The man with silver hair built an entire city to seal a god of absence, and built Kael to be the key. Now Kael holds the key himself, standing at the door beneath the canal, and the thing below has been moving toward him since midnight. Welcome to Untold Made Him. Part 3 of 4. The canal door is not hard to find. It is simply a door that should not be at the bottom of a canal, set flush into the stone wall beneath the waterline, yet the water parts around it as if repelled, leaving the door dry in a vertical column of air in the middle of the dark water. A man stands before it already. He is tall and lean with silver hair kept short, wearing a coat that is worth more than anything Kael has ever owned. He is not hurrying. He has the posture of someone who has already won. Kael calls out to him. The man turns. He is older than Kael expected, perhaps 60, with a face that is not unkind. That is the worst part. He looks at Kael the way a person looks at something they are genuinely proud of. He says Kael's name like he has said it 10,000 times in private. He says, "You are earlier than the door predicted. I made you well." Kael tells him to stop. The man stops. He looks, if anything, pleased. He crosses his arms and waits, and this patience, this complete and total patience, is more frightening than anger would be. His name is Oren. Kael knows this now, has known it since Dara said it in the round room. He has known the name his whole life without knowing it was attached to a person. Kael asks him why. Oren answers immediately. He does not hedge. He says the thing beneath Veil is called the Unmade. He says it was there before the city was built. Before the city was built by Oren himself, 300 years ago. He does not look 300 years old. Kael files this fact in the place where useful things go. Kael asks Oren what the Unmade is. Oren says it is the original absence, the thing that existed before existence decided to exist. He says it does not want destruction. He says that word is too small. He says it wants subtraction, to remove things from having ever been. That a person the Unmade touches is not killed. They are removed, not dead. Simply never having been at all. He says Veil is the cork in the bottle. He built it. He built it with a specific material. The compressed belief of people who have nowhere else to go. The homeless, the lost, the discarded. Their hope, their survival, their refusal to stop existing. This is the material the seal is made from. This is why the city chooses who enters. This is why Kael was there. Kael asks then why destroy it. Oren is quiet for the first time. He looks at the dry door in the canal. He says he is not destroying it. He says the seal is failing, 300 years of it, and it is cracking at the edges, which is why the Unmade began stirring weeks ago, which is why the door in the wall appeared 2 years ahead of schedule. He says the seal must be renewed. He says renewal requires the city to descend, to go below and repress itself against the thing it is sealing. He says it will take 7 days, and in those 7 days the city will be gone from the surface, and when it returns it will be whole. Kael asks who is in the city tonight. Oren does not answer. Kael asks again. Oren says approximately 2,000 people. People who come to Veil every night because they have nowhere else. Who sleep in its buildings, eat from its night markets, live there lives in its borrowed hours. Kael says if the city descends for 7 days, those people go with it. Oren says yes. Kael says into whatever is below. Oren says the Unmade will not touch them if the seal presses correctly. He says probably. Kael says there is another option. Oren looks at him then, really looks, and for the first time his patience cracks at the edge and something else shows through, something that is almost respect and almost grief. He says yes. He says the seal can be renewed from the outside. The key can press the lock from above. He says it requires the key to stay below, to remain in contact with the door from the inside while the city rises back above. He says the key would be in contact with the Unmade for the duration. He says probably is not a word he would use for that outcome. Kael says you made me for this, for the city, or for the other option. Oren says he made Kael for the city's descent. He says the other option is not something he planned for, because planning for it would have meant planning to sacrifice what he built, and he did not want to do that. He says this quietly, and it sounds for a moment like something a father would say. Kael does not let himself respond to that. He asks one more question. He asks, does the thing below, does the Unmade, does it know what a key is? Oren is very still. He says it has been waiting for you specifically since the door appeared. It knows exactly what you are. It has been moving toward you since midnight. Kael looks at the canal. He looks at the dry door in the dark water. He looks at Oren. He says, oh. Oren does not move. He says Kael does not have to do this. He says the city can descend. He says 2,000 people is not nothing. But the Unmade will probably, That word again, that poisoned word, probably not reach them before the seal reforms. He says it is a numbers decision. Kael asks, is that what you told yourself when you built the orphanage? When you designed the tutors? When you put a coin with my older face on it into a room you knew I would find? Was that a numbers decision too? Oren has no answer for this. He steps aside, he opens his hand. In his palm is a key of black metal that Kael has never seen before but recognizes immediately. The same material as the door carved with his name, the same age radiating from it in waves of cold. He takes the key, he descends to the canal's edge. He looks down at the dry door. He does not look back at Oren. He does not want to see the expression on the face of the man who made him, because he is afraid it will be proud. Kael descends to the dry door in the dark canal with a key made of the same ancient black metal as his name. And beneath it, the Unmade has been moving toward him since midnight. It knows exactly what he is. That's it for part 3. Follow Untold Lores for part 4. Like and subscribe for daily stories.